What's up, Trey? How you
Nice
doing?
to meet you. Good job, man. Appreciate it. We found this property 2 weeks ago Friday, right?
Correct.
If we painted a different color, we're definitely painting the brick. Make sure you take a chance. Get started in real estate. This guy did. We're in Houston. I told him, when we get a contract, I'll fly down there. Stuff happens. You keep working through it, and we'll see what happens. And make sure you subscribe. Walk you through how I do everything. I obviously know the store pretty well. I've been here a bunch of times. So I'll show you. This is going to be the first aisle we go on. They're all set up the same. And it's all by price.
Per square foot, right?
Yeah, so This is 80 cents a square foot. This is a nice one. They don't have it on display yet. That's $1.49.
So typically when you're talking about flooring, you're talking about like the hallways, the living room areas, the kitchen, and in the rooms you try to put carpet?
100%.
Okay.
I never buy my carpet from here, but we'll look at that.
And you try to keep the pricing?
I try to get under $1. I'm cheap. I try to find the nicest looking product for the cheapest amount. So like if we're going back, see how they're all going up, bum, 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 up, 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 up. And this is our $1.19 aisle. This would be something we would never do unless we're doing a rental.
Okay.
And this one is probably a no-go as well. I mean, I kind of like it, but just based on the price point, we want to do something that's a little bit nicer, but the prices are super cheap here. Now we're gonna go jump over to the laminate. Laminate's super easy and it's gonna be a lot cheaper to put in there, but we're gonna want to have some other things in there. So not hardwood. You know, for the price, I just feel tile sometimes is the better way to go. So we'll just keep looking and see. Like this is a good look right here though. Guys can put tile in pretty quick too. And then with this, usually you're gonna have to use like a underlayment, which is gonna cost 50 cents a square foot, which ends up adding up to more than the mortar. Something like this actually looks really, really good, and you see how cheap it is.
Yep.
In my opinion, this is the best looking out of all of these.
This one.
And it's 86 cents. So this is something that I would say, keep your eye on. I've used this in a bunch of houses already. These are good. These are good. A little bit too big, too big, too big. And here's the funny thing is, we just go what works. We forget about, we want to look at the price. Don't look at like, oh man, this is the most pretty, this is this. You go buy a new house, if you notice what they put in those, the cheapest crap possible. Everything's an upgrade, everything's an upgrade, everything's an upgrade.
Hey guys, how are you? You want us to follow you on Instagram or anything like that?
Yes, the Troy Kearns channel.
Well, I could send you, my cards are in my backpack. What do you know?
Let's have a picture, I'll post it as well.
All right, awesome.
Can we do vertical? Oh yeah. Yeah, that way we can have everything. 2, and 3.
So here's the question for you. Can we get our carpet here?
We don't have any soft surface.
Right. So can we get our granite here though?
Yes.
All right, this is everything we're looking for. So something like this would be really nice.
So yeah, I was gonna say I like this right here.
This one right here, $23.99 per foot. He's got nice granite here. We just need to find out if that's the best deal. We'll probably end up getting a better deal than what we're seeing here, because this is something that they're really not that good at, that I've seen. Obviously, nobody knows where it is in the store because they don't sell a lot of it. All these boxes look like they've been hammered on because this is how it comes.
Yeah, they look like they've been sitting out here for a while.
This is the one that we want, so we'll see what happens there. All right, so we're done here. So the guy who started Floor & Decor, we used to work for Home Depot. So he knew what they're lacking, appliances. So I never put fridges in.
Okay.
We're not putting washer and dryers in. I generally will not put appliances in. Like I'll put the microwave in, I'll put the dishwasher in, and here's the other thing. I don't care if they match. And
when you said you don't care if it matches, when you said
brand name, I don't care if you put a refrigerator or Whirlpool, nobody's gonna pay attention.
Okay.
If we can match, ideally we want to, but if I'm paying $200, $300 for that, and to match it up, it's gonna cost me $1,000 more.
Okay.
Forget it. These are good, cheap microwaves. We want something that has a good look. If you're like, oh man, this looks really good and all the other stuff looks like crap and it's an extra $70, we're gonna spend an extra $70. So if we're looking to replace toilets, we just wanna find a nice one. Like I would use something like this, dual flush, the one with a little top part on it. I think those look a little bit better, but toilet's a toilet. You see they're all about the same price. Just don't go with the cheapest one because it's always usually the low one.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what I mean? We just want to go with a standard toilet, and we may not even replace the toilets. Like we go in there and they're like all good. Like true flipping is literally going, oh, the lid? That's all I need to replace? Because When we replace a toilet, we replace the wax ring, we gotta get a plumber in there, we gotta make sure it's all tight. If it's a good toilet, we just have to replace a seat. Anybody can do that. Another trick on the cabinets, to make the cabinets look like they're brand new.
New cabinet doors?
Or hinges.
Hinges, okay.
Soft close hinges. They didn't have those in the 70s when that house was built,
Yes,
right?
And the hinges are pretty expensive also.
Right. So maybe we don't do soft close hinges, or maybe we do. Or maybe we find them on Amazon. So faucets, where are our faucets at? Right here, okay. You want just straight black. I can tell you right now, these are 51 bucks on Amazon.
Okay.
51 bucks, and it doesn't need any extra parts.
So do you usually switch out the vents in the restrooms? You usually switch them out?
If they're loud,
okay.
If they're like, you know what I mean? Like then I'll switch them out. If they're like quiet and they working good, no.
Right.
If they look like crap, you know what I mean? I'll try to put a cover over it. I never buy carpet here either. I don't think it's gonna be a good deal, but I'm gonna tell you a secret real quick. I usually buy not the cheapest carpet, not the one that you can see it's obvious, but I'll buy a cheap carpet and put a nice pad underneath.
Okay.
Because people think it's an expensive piece of carpet when it's really just expensive pad and cheap carpet. Because when they step on it, they're like, oh, this guy went all the way. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was $6.50 a yard. Oh, the other thing we wanted to look at was doors. We do not need an exterior door, but if we did need an exterior door, this is one of my go-tos. I'll get guys come back with like $1,000 doors. I'm like, no, we're just gonna paint this. For the inside doors, is this 2-panel look. I like this one or this one. So these are 115 with the door frame in, right? So we'll just have to count out how many doors do we even need to replace them? Can we just paint them? Because sometimes the older doors are better than the newer doors. The 6-panel ones actually look like they're more expensive too, right? So we'll save some money and be in style. Doesn't that kind of give it a little bit more of a charm?
The arch?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I think that's what we should do. I think that's everything in here. Anything else? I think we should just go get something to eat, right? Because I know you're dying. All right, so let's go get a layout of the whole house real quick. So we come in through the front. Yeah.
So this is the wall that I was talking about knocking down.
Right.
It opens it up the whole area.
I know y'all do this for a living. If you want my input, because I sell these.
I would love it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Do you mind us recording you?
I don't mind. Like y'all said, I'd blow this whole wall out.
The whole thing, right?
The whole thing.
Right. And that's not load bearing, right?
In these old houses, this sometimes can be load bearing.
Right.
Because this splits the house right in half. I put a header running down here, so chances are it would be load bearing.
Yeah, but we just put a header, like you said.
Yep. That's what most people are doing.
Steven, what do you think about the windows in here? Do you think I got to replace them?
Probably. I have a feeling they're gonna be original.
No, I know, but do you think I need to replace them to get
Yes.
425?
Yes. Most of the time, we're seeing a bank of windows running along here, or windows with a double open glass doors along this wall.
Right.
Because that goes to the back. It's just bringing more light in.
Jose? He's the only one that's gonna make it then. I think
Perfect.
Today. Get this, Troy.
Jose. Mucho gusto. So he should be able to tell us if this one's load bearing right away.
Yeah, he says more than likely it's gonna be the low bearing wall. So how are you thinking about going all the way up?
For this?
Low bearing?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to lay this whole thing out. This is interesting how they have that right there.
There's leaking and can put the fence right there.
Not a good idea. Ceiling fan, we're not going to put it where these guys put it, but we need to have a ceiling fan in here.
What kind of texture are you gonna want on your walls?
Well, I would say a number 5 finish, but I know nobody could do that.
I do it.
But that's too expensive, right?
Yeah.
That's for like a $1 million house, not for this. Okay, so let's go outside to break up our thought pattern a little bit,
here.
and then we'll come back inside. If they don't have a tape measure when they come, don't hire them. Just let you know. That's rule number 1. If they come with no tape measure, if they start doing this,
Oh, okay.
this is what we have to figure out first, Jose. The 2 major concerns that I see right now is the front roof. We got to take care of that because that could be a big expense.
Good.
Well, if we got to re-roof the whole roof, how much is it going to cost us to re-roof the hood? Depending on how much plywood, obviously.
It's about 6,000 for the whole roof.
Sounds about right. See, if it was a rental, I would just patch it, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a flip, that's going to be one of the homeowner's biggest costs, and they're going to say like, oh, okay, what's the deal? Do you have a granite guy? Right, but what are you paying for a 2x8 slab? 300 to 500 per slab?
No.
What's going on?
Oh, sorry, we're supposed to be over here.
Well, you can be over here. I just want to know what to do.
Oh, we're just looking at this house to purchase.
You're welcome to my driveway.
Okay, thank you, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. That's the number 1 requirement to live here. You gotta be nice to the neighbor on your right-hand side and bring her cookies. So let's go. I think we got the whole house figured out except for the kitchen. I think we should just put the oven right there. We put the microwave right there or whatever. Then that solves everything. Refrigerator right here, oven right here, standalone oven.
Your island? What were you thinking?
That's going out. This whole thing, gone. All the way to that cabinet right there.
Okay.
So this thing falls off. This whole thing goes with, you're cutting this out and you're cutting this out. Then we're putting our island right down here. This is gone too. And we should be able to save pretty much all these cabinets and repurpose them. Plumber, what's his situation? Because I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. What is this system, like $2,000?
No, 10,000.
Yeah, they're
It's
expensive.
Lamborghini.
Yeah, Lamborghini?
Yes, Lamborghini.
See, you know Lamborghini started as a tractor company?
It has a Lamborghini logo right there. When you started it.
Oh, yeah. See, that's professional. We had 3 contractors supposed to show up today. We had to change the time, so that got things a little screwed up. Jose showed up. Jose's done work for your uncle.
Correct.
Jose, how much is your price for this job?
35,000.
35,000, okay? Not 3,500.
No, 35,000.
But that includes the concrete, the landscape, and the inside, everything but the roof. If we gotta replace the roof, it's gonna be no more than $6,500, and that's everything.
That's everything.
And it's gonna take him 4 to 6 weeks.
4 or 6 weeks.
So come Thursday, once the property's closed on, they're gonna have everything moved out by Thursday, right?
If they don't, it's going in the garbage.
Friday, maybe Monday, Jose can start working.
Yeah, he can start whenever he's ready, whenever we have the property in our hands.
Okay.
The property looks good. We got a couple little things that we can use against them for a better price, including the most important is making a bigger deal out of everything. Like, we didn't have any time. You didn't let us scope the sewer. You didn't disclose the foundation issues, which you were told to, and it's the first thing the guy said to us. So anyways, we're gonna use that to get the price down. Has this day gone by pretty fast?
Yes.
Okay.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, let me give him the microphone back. So
I don't want to touch it.
we've done a little bit of time. You walked the property, found your deal. This is your deal. You found it. You understood what to do. We went over the numbers on the phone. The numbers are pretty accurate to what went on over the phone, even with a few surprises, which we calculated for. So what else have you learned today?
I've learned that no matter how much reading or listening to podcasts, unless you actually jump in, get your feet wet, you won't get started.
Yep.
And hopefully this is a start to a great new chapter
There's
in my
no
life.
hope, man. You're here.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
here. You're
Thanks for correcting me. Well,
You're
this is a start to a brand new road, a new chapter in my life, and here's to many more deals here in Houston.
Hey, thank you for staying tuned all the way to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed Joel and myself walking us through the house flipping process, and I hope you're actually learning something. If you are, make sure you stay tuned because we got plenty of more videos about exactly what I'm talking about, which is flipping houses, right? And we're gonna have video after video so you can enjoy and learn from what we're doing. And Joel is learning, I'm learning, we're all learning, so make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Peace.